Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. First of all, I just want to say I love your love for young women and just people in general. So, yeah. And I wasn't prepared for my question, so I was wondering which one I should do. So, I have two questions. One is about relationships, and then one is about career. So, I'll start with the career one first. So today I just got fired. It wasn't a job that I wanted per se. It was just a job that I wanted for money. So I'm not upset about it. And I was already looking for other jobs, but I'm wondering, do I hold out for the creative job that I want, or do I just take any job that is out there because the economy is really bad right now? Jobs are not really like in flourish, so it's like I'm wondering for the next journey regarding looking for jobs, how I should go about it.
Can you afford to not take what's available? Like, do you have enough savings to just wait on your dream job?
What bit of savings, and I'm living at home, so I don't have to worry about rent, things like that. So I feel like I'm not as pressed for finding a job because of survival things. Also, I have my own brand and stuff like that, so I do want more time to focus on my brand, focus on the rollout of what I want to do with that, while also having a job to sustain that because I don't have funding right now. And that's my main priority. And then after that, it's not really, I don't know, I want to focus on my own brand and not work for other people. So right now, like any job, I don't mind. It's not climbing a corporate ladder that is my goal. It's more to like fund my own business until it pops off. And if it doesn't in a few years, then I'll focus more on career building. But yeah.
Absolutely. But I will say, this is not to discourage you. It takes time to build a business and a
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice. You take 2 days out of the week where you're doing like an odd job just to bring in some extra money. And then, the other 5 days you're working on your business, you're working on
Yeah.
your brand, just so you have something coming in.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe I
Mhm.
could look for like a part-time
Yeah.
situation so I don't feel because when I was working this other job, I would come back home and work like my personal thing. And then I would go to sleep and do the same thing over, and I was trying to do that hustle, but it is hard. Like I commend everyone who is working like a 9 to 5 and also working on their side projects, side businesses, because it's not easy. I have to sacrifice a lot regarding like my social life and all these other things, and saving money not to go to Beyonce, but going to launch my business, like things like that that were very hard for me because I always was a person who indulged a lot with my impulses, or if I want to travel, I'll just travel with all my extra money. And now I'm just focusing on this, and I need to keep my money for something bigger. But it's hard because I don't know if it's going to be worth it in the end. No one really knows if it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it will be worth it if you put in the work. That's how
Yeah.
you know you have control over the outcome by putting in the work. So if you decide every day I'm going to get up and commit 8 hours a day, only reward you reap what you sow. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
something has to come of it if you're being smart about the
Every
decision,
day.
if you're
Yeah.
putting in the work. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing I feel like I struggle with the most because right now I'm 26, turning 27 this year. So I moved back home so I can save money for my brand. Like I was living on my own. I was living in New York for a while, doing other things, and I was just like I still want to do this project. I can make a really good business out of it. So it's just putting in that time and that work to build the business from scratch is like, am I wasting this time right now that I could be like climbing the corporate ladder in like my career or focusing on other things? So that's kind of just the things I've been going back and forth on because I know it does take 3 to 5 years normally, typically, to get a return on your any businesses that you do. But it's just hard for sure. It's just hard.
It can be a challenge, but if you
Yeah.
really love it, Rochelle, you should be putting your all into it right now. There
Yeah.
shouldn't be any day or any moment where you're not working on your business if this is something you really want to do. So
Yeah.
my question to you is like, how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like I'm like, does she want it that bad? If she's saying it's
I
hard,
do.
like,
No, that's the thing. I do. I've been working on this for since 2000 to 2020, March 2020 is like from the conception. I launched it last year, but it's like I'm putting so much money into it, but I'm not making as much money back. So it's hard to keep pushing when you're not seeing the return on investment, you know? You're not, and I'm not seeing it yet. Maybe it might come, but it's just like, okay, am I doing the right decision? Am I going in the right direction, or should I focus on other things?
right. It sounds like something needs to change. Like
Yeah.
maybe what you're doing, like you have a great product, you have a great service, but something needs to change. Probably not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it.
That's what I think it is, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking of getting a mentor soon. I found someone who's kind of in the same space as me, like ecom, fashion ecom situation. So we follow each other on LinkedIn. Like she follows me on Instagram, so we're kind of already connected. She knows who I am. So now I drafted the email and everything. So I feel like maybe the first step will be getting a mentor, so she could kind of help me. And even when I was applying for jobs, like I remember I was talking to the owner of the job, and I didn't get the job, but I took the chance. So I kind of knew I didn't get the job. I'm like, hey, let me take this chance to ask him some questions, because he is a owner of a multi like studio spaces all over Canada and the United States. So I was like, okay, he's in fashion, he's doing something that I might want to do in the future. Let me take this time to ask him some questions about how to grow a business, and like he did give me a lot of good advice. So just kind of implementing that. But because I'm by myself on a one person show, it's hard to be the creative director and the founder and the CEO, and like doing tax stuff that I don't understand, and also doing social media, which takes a lot of time, marketing, advertising, brand reach out, collaborations. It's hard to do everything, and like graphic designing. I made my own website. It's hard to have all do all that and not have a team to help me, because I need a team. And then I also finding the right people to surround myself with has been really hard. I had two different assistants. They both like fuck me over in different ways. So it's
Mhm.
finding like the people I could really
Like really
count
vetting
on.
people. You have to really, you would really have to vet someone. And what about
Yeah.
even getting someone from college if you get an assistant? You know, maybe someone from
That I
college.
know.
Hmm.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't want to work with, like, a lot of people that I already do work with for what I do is based through community and networking that I already have, or mutual friends or friends already. So, like, my main photographer, he's a friend of mine. And, like, the people that I do for different collaborations are people that I know. But for certain things, like, if I know that I know someone in mind that would be a good assistant, I take them from the people around me, but those two people around me in different ways still fuck me over in
Yeah,
two
that's
different
why I
ways.
said it has to be a stranger. I'd
You
rather
think it's a
not be.
stranger?
Yeah,
Stranger?
I think a stranger be more on their P's and Q's.
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes with
yeah.
someone you know, there's this familiarity there, you know, so it kind of, well, I know I
Yeah.
don't gotta do that. She'll be okay, you know? So
Yeah.
good to get a
Yeah.
stranger, someone who's like, oh, I gotta show up for work. Oh, I gotta get the coffee. Oh, I gotta get this, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking of like doing like college students and doing posters maybe, and be like, do anyone want to intern for like these positions? I
Absolutely.
think that would be good.
But Rochelle, before you do that, what I feel is you need to get organized. You need to write
Mhm.
things out because you don't want to bring someone into the fold and there's still a lot of chaos. There's no
No, it is
structure.
organized. Honestly, everything is organized. I am a pretty organized person, so a lot of lists. I try to use Asana, so it's like an organizer and things like that. Because I have a lot of things in my head, so putting them on paper always helped me as a person. So everything is written down. Everything's organized. Like I even asked ChatGPT how to do like marketing strategies and things like that. So I'm trying my hardest. Even if TikTok's not my strong suit making videos, I don't really like making videos. I try to like at least put one video on our Instagram stories, like different things that we're selling. Like I try. So for sure, I feel like having a team or just having people around me that I could delegate some of the work on would help for sure. For sure.
Yeah. So why not just hire those people? I say get it started, you know?
But the thing is, that's the thing. Right now, I can't afford to hire anyone with money. So everyone who's been helping me this past like 3 years and stuff like that, been really into the idea and want to help me, or like they're my friends, so they'll do it for free no matter what, like no questions asked. So I feel like also that's why I feel like people don't put their full into it, because they're not getting paid. the people who haven't got paid are people that I don't know. So like if I'm like contracting them for this one project or for this one photo shoot or whatever situation, I'll pay their contracting fee, their rates and stuff. But if it's a personal contact of mine that I know personally, they all be like, I love this idea. I want to help you. I want to help you create this idea, this project, and make it something, which I'm very appreciative of. And like, obviously, I pay in different ways, like dinners or whatever, whatever. But most people around me have been like, I love this idea. I want to help you make it. But the thing is, and both my assistants, those are their
But what
situations.
about sponsors? Because they're saying you have a magazine. Where are the
Yeah.
sponsors? Where
So
are
the
they?
thing is, so I looked for different funding. So I was doing first a funding. It's called Fund Entrepreneurs, something like that. And they had a program for like Black entrepreneurs in Canada, all that stuff. So it was like basically they would fund half of it, and then after they'll do like a loan type fund with one of our Canadian banks. But I went through a whole process. They accept my project, everything like that, and at the last minute, they're like, "Oh, your credit is too low." So I'm like, my credit's pretty good. Like I have like a fair credit, whatever, but for their loan, it's still like a little too low. And they said the only way I could get it if I co-sign with someone, and I didn't trust anyone enough to co-sign, like a random person. And I didn't want to put my mom on this loan. Like my mom already gave me a loan for school and for this project already. So like I don't wanna
But
ask her.
my thought too is like before this is that if you've done several projects with these people already, photographers, fashion stylists, if
Mm-hmm.
you guys create amazing projects already, what has come of that? Outside of just nice pictures and a nice magazine, what has come of it? Like were you able to present this to someone and say, look, this is what we've done. We need this, we need
Yeah. So
like
what we did.
you're supposed to produce to create to get money. So
Yeah,
people
yeah, yeah.
don't want
So
to
what
throw money.
happened? So what happened? So anyways, I ended up I didn't have time to do any other funding for my launch basically, but I did get like my first runway, like my first basically it's a marketplace for like different local artists and creatives in Montreal. So I basically curated a collection of different designers and put a collection up on our website, and it's also a magazine that you'll be able to see different visual artists and also more information about the designers, blah 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 blah. So we did a fashion show and it was fully funded, and that was like in the center downtown Place des Arts. Like thousands of people showed up, and we had also an after party promoted by this festival in Montreal basically. So all our hair dressers and hairstylists were paid for, makeup artists, and I basically styled the collection, and then I had all the designers design a collection, and the collection to be on our website.
Now, how much were you able to walk away with money? Were you able
So
to?
I walked away with like $5,000, but that went back into the business. So from the party, and we put it back into the business. Like I didn't even have money for myself to pay myself. So
So why did okay? You take the 5,000. Why didn't y'all create T-shirts or something that they can buy or an exclusive book or something? So
so the
you can
thing
still make
is, so
money,
regarding to my
money.
launch
That's what
itself,
Rochelle.
yeah.
I'm thinking you have to make money. It's nice to be creative. It's a beautiful thing to be creative, but you have to make dollars and cents.
Yeah, that's my issue right now. I'm like, do I continue putting all this money into this without getting a return back? Like that's where I'm struggling right now. And I don't know where to go. Like, do I?
I just think you have enough content. You have enough, how do you say, editorials and things in place where you can present that to a sponsor. So maybe
Yeah.
creating an idea where you can generate money, something where they could sign up for, come to some type of event where you can say, "Oh, they're paying $50. That's going into the business."
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
funding is just the cherry on top, but
Yeah.
something that's going to bring in the coin. T-shirts,
Yeah.
hats, magazines. I don't know, a fashion hat. I'm just being hypothetical.
Yeah, I'm thinking like where I'm gonna go. Like for this summer, I have an idea of collaborating with different event collectives and doing parties. Because in Montreal, like the nightlife scene and the party scene is really big here, and has a lot of money. So I was thinking of doing collaborations with all the different big collectives, event collectives. 'Cause I'm friends with all of them, and basically running events and using my split of the money to put back into the magazine. I think that's
Absolutely.
the vibe.
Event means money though. You're making money.
Yeah.
Okay. So once
And
you put
also
the event
promotion
up,
too.
everyone comes. Francois is gonna be here and we're gonna have champagne. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? But zhuzh it up is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Zhuzh
need
it
to
up.
figure out something. So I'm like, it's been almost a year since like, and I haven't been made like not even close anything of my return of how much I put into this. And I'm starting to be like, okay, is this my path? Like, I know I'm a leader. I've always been a leader. I've always been creating stuff since I was a child in school and doing different groups and being the leader of different groups. And I know I'm that person, and it's just the journey, but it's like, what am I doing wrong here? Like, I need to figure out a way to like make it work for sure.
So that's what I was saying in the beginning. I was like, you need to write things out
Yeah,
and really come up with a solid plan about what the next 6 months
are gonna
should
be like,
look like. Yeah, you need to
yeah,
create a solid plan. So
yeah,
now you're just not walking and winging it. You kind of have an idea of what you want to do and why you need this person, that person. Why do I really need an assistant? What do I need help with? Like, really get down to the meat and potatoes, you know?
yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, I'm already, I have my plans for the next 6 months already planned. So it's now kind of like the beginning executions of everything, and hopefully the rollout that I have coming up works out. For sure, I'm gonna need a lot of extra hands, but I already started reaching out to people and getting their opinions on like what they think, if they want to hop on board and help me execute. So
And let
hopefully
me
everything
ask
works
you,
out.
Rochelle, the rollout, are you making money?
So basically, this is what the rollout's going to be. And maybe you could tell me if this is logical or if you feel like this is like a good plan. But basically, Um, I'm doing multiple different collaborations, but also entering myself into different festivals and also Montreal Fashion Week. So the first thing we're going to be a part of, I was actually reached out by a friend. She runs basically like a queer lesbian event collective. They're pretty known in Montreal, and there's this festival called Morale. It's like a really popular street festival, and they have it all built up. They have like crazy people come perform, like Post Malone. Like, it's a really big festival, so a lot of walking advertising that you can do by just being there. And she invited me to basically do like a barcode X blush event. So I'll have my magazine there. I'll have it like Black POC, like queer artists of color. So basically, I'm going to be like a gallery curator, but also have my little pop up space. So that's one way to get ourselves more out there and like get a lot of eyes and walking traffic on the brand. And then the second thing that we're, so that's in
Hold
June.
on. So the first thing you said is a pop-up, so people can actually buy items, clothes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's money. One,
Yes.
that's money. Okay.
Yeah, so and also just really good marketing. Even if they don't buy it right now, just having people seeing it is always beneficial because they could tell a friend like, "Oh, I saw this really cool thing." No, 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 no. But obviously, money is always like the main priority. Second thing that we have going on, so we're gonna be a part of like the same festival basically that we were a part of last year, but for something different. So last year we did a fashion show. This year we're gonna do a pop up, but it's only gonna be us. And same situation, we're gonna have our magazine, our clothing, an interactive type of situation going on. So hopefully that could generate
Are
also
people
money.
paying to get into this interactive fashion show experience? Are people
So it's
paying?
a festival, but the festival is
Oh,
not paid.
festival.
It's an open fest.
Oh.
So because it's not paid to come in, most people who are walking in, they're more willing to pay money for the things because it's a fashion festival. So we're gonna have a lot of fashion pop-ups and like things like that. And I've been even myself many times, and I bought from different vendors and stuff. So it's a really cool vibe, and a lot of people come. It's really popular in the city, so there's that. And then we're going to be doing a launch party event too that people are going to be paying for. So that's also money and marketing. And then the last thing we're going to do, and that's in August, those two things are in August. And then in September, we're going to be doing Fashion Week, and we're collaborating with basically the biggest thrift store in Montreal. Because I know the owner. Basically, we're gonna do a collaboration, and I'm gonna curate basically a section in their store. So that's money, and then also we're gonna do a fashion show. So that's marketing. So
So
yeah,
it sounds like you're very connected, but you're not maximizing on like your
my network.
connection.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not enough just to know people. You have to do something with the people that you know. Like,
yeah,
let's make money, let's generate funds. I hate to say it like that. It's a beautiful thing to be a creative, which I know it's a beautiful thing, but you will get burnt out and you will get tired of doing it and not making money. I promise you, it will get old very quickly. So I'm
Yeah.
not saying don't do it with passion, don't do it with love, but because
Yeah, I just
you're
have to
going,
figure out ways to make money.
yeah, I say
Yeah,
make, try to make coins. So you listed a lot of different things you would be doing, which I think is great. But just again, try to figure out a way just to maximize on those
everything.
opportunities. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure, for sure. I feel like every chance I get, I'm just gonna make sure that making income is the major priority because the foundation is there. It's just now making income for the brand so I can continue it.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
Rochelle, be open. Be open.
Yes, I'm
Like
hard. It's hard
I
for me.
want
It's hard for me.
be
It's hard for me
open.
to.
Yeah.
I'm like a
You can't
control
roll
freak,
like
so
that.
yeah, I'm a
Yes.
control freak. So
Okay.
it's hard for me
I
to
want
like accept help and things like that for sure.
I want you to work on that so you can grow, okay? Like it's
Yes.
okay. You can let your guard down,
Mhm.
accept the information. I
Yep.
mean that with love. I say that like with love. Like you
No, I
have to
know
be
this
more
about myself.
accepting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know about myself and like I feel like I've have done my kind of time of healing and stuff, especially this past year. Like the year of 2023, I got sober. I cut off a lot of people, even like a 15-year childhood friendship that I just was like, it's not serving me. I only go out when it's for, I have a reason to go out. Like I don't go out just to go out anymore. So I feel like I'm growing up and like trying to figure out all that stuff. I feel like I've done a lot of introspection and healing and growth. Now it's just like, okay, let me get in my boss mode and like get shit going for myself for sure.
Absolutely. And before we end this call, I just want to say to you, I want you to sign up with that mentor. I really
Yes.
want you to sign up with that mentor.
Yeah.
Like as soon as tomorrow. It's gonna help you, stay on track for
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like I lack discipline. I feel like that's like my main thing and consistency, discipline and consistency. I know that's something you talk about in so many different aspects, and I know that about myself. Like it freaking hit me in the back so many times because I don't have consistency and discipline. So especially being like an entrepreneur, that's something I need to have priority on top. So really try to do you have any advice? Actually, maybe this I should ask you. Do you have any advice on how to be more disciplined in my life? And I feel like this affects not just business, but like so many other aspects in my life. So I don't know if you have advice about being more disciplined and keeping on consistency with routines. I'm really bad at routines, so things like that.
I, I would just say do the same thing every day at the same time. Even if you're tired of it, it'll
Hmm.
become second muscle after a while. So get up at 7 a.m. even if you don't have to. Work
Yeah,
on your business every single day. You want to grow it, you want to make money. So make that a priority for sure.
yeah. It's really hard. On I just hate, and I know like it's an excuse. It's just for me, I hate routine, so I just need to figure it out because I have everything written down already. Like I'm that person. It's like I need a meal plan. I already have the meal plan grocery list. Like you know what I mean. I have a schedule for work that I already have it. So it's finding ways to keep it interesting, but still getting the things I need to do done. Because I'm productive when I have my sparks of energy and I can like work for 10 hours straight. But when I don't have that, it's like it's not it. So trying to figure out, yes, still having a routine, but still making it interesting so I don't get bored. So trying to figure that out for sure.
Yes, but that's where the results are like created, and it just has to be a little bit bored.
Yeah,
Boring, a little
yeah,
bit boring. Like just keep going because you have a goal
yeah.
to
I just
keep
have the
focusing.
eye for prize. Yeah.
Yeah, and if
Okay.
not that mentor, you could sign up with me. I have an option there on my
True, true,
website.
true. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Rochelle. Have a
Have a
good
good
one.
night.
Yeah, sign up for mentoring. I have it on my site. Shout out to my mentee. Hey, girl. Hey, I see you. Hey, I really wanted to help her, but Rochelle, I think you should invest in the mentoring and the coaching call. I know sometimes, and this is not just to Rochelle, a lot of you ladies who come up here or who don't come up here. I'm saying this with love. This is not to Rochelle. But y'all watch every live hoping you can get what you can. Up here and y'all try to get as much as you can because you don't want to invest. If I'm giving this on a live, you could only imagine when I give in one-on-one. And I still really didn't give that much. I was just like, okay, let's go with it. Invest in a mentor. It will change your life. I know a lot of people just likes to, you know, squeeze what they can. Squeeze all the juice. Oh, I'm going to just take notes. Oh, I'm going to just jump, you know, come on live 10 times with Ashley. No, you know, and this is not to Rochelle. Invest. Invest. It takes money. Invest. There's something that I want to do in the next months coming. And, you know, I went to someone who knows how to do what it is I need to do. We know each other. We worked together in the past on set of like BET and all of the things. And this person could have easily, you know, said, oh, hey, I'll do it for free. I'll do it for this. And I said, no, you get better results when you spend your money. Spend the money. Stop being so cheap. Y'all talking about I have a bag, I have a shoe, I have a car, I have all of these things. But when it's time to invest in something like a mentor with, oh, I don't got, no, you spend the money on what you want to spend the money on. Invest. Spend the money. Just spend it. It's coaching. It's mentoring. If not me, somebody. Someone. You need it in your ear every day. Not just, oh, I'm going to just try to catch a live. Oh, I'm going to just talk to my teacher real quick once a week. Oh, I'm just going to talk to X, Y, and Z. No, you need it every day in your ear. Hello, what's going on? Let's talk. Blah, blah, blah. Halala. Do, do, do. Blah. The most I spent on a mentor was $6,000. That's the most money I ever spent on a mentor for 4 weeks. And I only saw her once every week. $6,000. Invest. And we can't get y'all to send 5. Invest. 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 That goes for every person on this live watching. Invest. If not me, somebody within your field. Within your field. If not with me, somebody. Cars, houses, shoes, bags. I don't know what you're into. But invest. Yes, to bet on myself. That's what I learned, Jasmine. To bet on myself. And once you do it once you spend the money once, it's not an issue for you to do it again. Now I know how to make the money back. Now I know how to hustle. Know how to, you know, get up and do what I have to do. A part of you becoming successful, a part of you getting to where you want to get is investing in yourself. Releasing the money, releasing the coin, taking the risk, taking a trip, going to this business class. I went to so many seminars. Seminar, this, that, go. I know we could watch 100 TikTok videos and 100 YouTube videos. And YouTube University will teach you. But there's some things people will not. Some little nuggets people still don't say. They're not going to give you everything. Not everything. Yep. People stop trying to milk. Milk everything. Milking. Yep. What again? Yes, mentors introduce you to their connections. That was the reason why I literally traveled across the country in 2023. Was it 2023, 2022? Because of my mentor. I was booked for Afropunk as the beauty director. All right? Because of my mentors, I worked at BET Viacom. You just don't know. Invest in a mentor. It opens up your life to other things. They put you on to other opportunities. They will put you on to other opportunities. They will open up their network of people to you. Yes, they'll give you things. They'll gift you things. They'll take you places. They'll open up your mind. Get you a mentor in your respective field.